Alright, hello. It is a vlog, barn vlog today. We are in quarantine per what literally everybody is supposed to be doing right now. My barn has yet to close, so I've just been going out to do some really basic groundwork stuff, give him some medicine, some supplements, and then just make sure he's settling in properly so everything I'm doing is necessary and my board does not cover it, therefore I am perfectly allowed to go out and do all the things I need to do, and I am not violating any, falling down, but I'm not violating any laws, I promise. So today I have to treat some of his sarcoids. I bought a lock for my locker, I've put that on, and then we're gonna work on lunging. I'll put this disclaimer before the lunging session anyway, but I'll say it now anyway as well. Our lunging session is not going to be pretty. It's not going to be fantabulous, because he's only been lunged a few times, so if you think that you can just cluck at your horse to make them go forward, they've been trained with whips in the past, you just don't have to use them anymore because the association is already built up. But I have not built up the association yet because he is not trained in lunging, so my whip cues are a little bit more exaggerated than I would love them to be, but that's just where we're at right now. Okay, then it's like 50 degrees because it's nice outside, and I will show you guys the new guy when we get there. And also my dad's coming to take some pictures and also visit the horse and see the farm. Hello, my dear. You're pretty. You're pretty. Yeah. Alright, so guess what I forgot to do? Fill my treat pouch at home, so I'm gonna... Can you move? Move, cat? Meow. I'm gonna have to use what I have here. Then other than that, I'll just bring out all of the things that I typically use. Hello, pretty boy. Ugh, grossness. How are you? Oh, so beautiful. Such a beautiful pony. He says, I am a pony. Hello. Are you getting beat up on a little bit? Yeah, perhaps. Perhaps this is the case. Where's your girlfriend? Okay, the roach mane looks good still. Well, I mean, here's a little rough, but also okay. Hi, babe. Nice. Can I take you out? Can I take you out? Yeah? Alright, first we're gonna get this grubby halter off of you. He does not always go out with the halter, it is just for right now, during quarantine, just in case my trainer needs to like immediately grab him for anything. She would rather have a regular halter on it, but he would not get stuck. Alright, my dear. So here's a little farm tour. I'll probably do a real video on that later when we can ride, so I don't have to walk around the whole thing on foot. But, alright, bub, let's go. So this is what my life is like now, and I love it. Come on, let's walk. Let's go. Awesome, good boy. Good boy. Yes, yet to make... Okay, so there's a girl in this field, and last time I was here, they were like best friends. This time, she's standing in the back corner, and he is not standing with her, so I don't know if you two had a fight. It's trouble in paradise. But the boys in this field have not been as nice, because Mr. Gal here, he's a very self-opinionated boy, and he thinks that he should be the one who everyone's paying attention to, and the one who everybody loves, so... And the other horses think the exact same things about themselves. So sometimes he can get some bites. Okay. Oh. Good job. That was a good hole. Good job. I know. Say what? What? Your head's in the way. Goose. There you go. Come on. Ooh, good boy. Ooh, and stay over there. Awesome job, bud. Alright, so we're just gonna groom, and I will probably work on some clicker training, work on free choice grooming so we can just kind of stand and chill. We can. Ooh. So you can watch that in time-lapse form. and if important things happen, I'll narrate them, but you know, it's fine.
Are you?
Okay, we're all done grooming. And now we're gonna do body work really quickly, and then we will go and lunch. Okay, so now we're gonna lunch. Pro culture, lunchtime. All good. So before this gets started, I want to give us a little disclaimer, and I'm actually going to talk you through it because it's a little rough. First things first, I want to address how I look because I am makeup free, home from the barn, and just took a shower. So this is what quarantine does to you, ladies. Okay, so I'm going to get started here. So as we're just getting started, the main thing I'm focusing on is getting him out of my space. So that's why I'm actually not using the side of the whip that's typically used. I'm using the side that you typically hold. And this is because if you know anything about surface area and pressure, you know that a larger space distributes the pressure more evenly. So it is easier to distribute pressure efficiently with something that is wider than something that is skinnier. Which is why for originally when I'm just working on getting him out of my space, I'm just using that to kind of push him out, because it's good to remember in this scenario that not all pressure is necessarily, not every time you're touching your horse, it's positive punishment and it's abuse. It's using pressure is not at all abuse. It is the same exact thing as if I were to touch his side with my hand. It is just literally, in this case, I cannot reach his side. So here, now that he's out, you can see that he kind of stops once he's out in the line, and I'm using the whip to kind of try to encourage him the same way you typically do. And I was also encouraging from the halter by kind of not pulling necessarily, but he knows how to yield to pressure, so encouraging those cues as well. And then at that point, the line got far too long for me to communicate in any way possible, so I walked and I went and got him, and then I started again. And here you can see he's got it much better. So as I said kind of earlier, I'm definitely being a lot more exaggerated with my whip cues here than I'd like to be. Typically for most horses, you would not like to have to kind of keep spinning it and saying good boy, keep going, come on, stuff like that. But with him, you do. So there, he did a full lap of walk without stopping, without looking at me, without any really slowing down. So it was really good, and I called him in, gave him a treat, gave him a pat, and that's where positive reinforcement training comes in. So here we are trying the same thing to the other direction, or the same direction, I don't know. So here we're trying the same to the other direction. And it was also really good. He was doing super good this day. So I think after you get over the initial hump of kind of craziness, he was doing super good and really understanding what I was asking. And again, that was one full lap. So I called him in, gave him a treat, gave him a pat, because I want the association to be made that as soon as you listen, as soon as you do what we're asking, then you're going to get rewarded for it. I'm not just going to make you keep running around. So here, he really likes stopping there. That's typically where it happens. So here, I can feel him stopping. There's also a man who just walked into the arena there. So I was kind of getting close again, because it is much easier to work with a horse while you are standing a foot away from them rather than 3 or 4 feet away. So there, I'm almost leading. I'm incorporating a lot of the cues you use in leading and kind of gently guiding his head around in a circle while also encouraging from behind. My only goal here is pretty much to keep him moving, and then as the line gets longer, the cue is understood more. So there we go, and you see he got it there, which is then kind of cut to here. I'm doing the same thing. So typically, again, with a more well-trained horse, you would not use a lunge line this short. They would not be this close to you. But just because of where we are right now, how green he is, and I'm currently training him, this is where we're at. Yeah. So then I was really only asking for walk and a tiny bit of trot, but I don't want to overwhelm him at all. So I've just been walking quite a lot, and again, that was one lap of walk, and you can see there I even called him and I said, "Oh boy," and then he came in without me having to shake the line or anything like that, and then he got rewarded, and then my dad came in with this high quality camera, so wow, very nice. So here we're tracking left once again, and I believe I asked for a trot, I can remember. So you can see there, again, those whip cues are a bit exaggerated, but I don't touch him with it very often. Like, I never actually hit him with it. I do occasionally use it for pressure, like I said before, but for, if I'm using it like I was right there, I'm never hitting him with it. It is just to encourage him to go forward, because it's aversive, obviously. So here I'm doing the same thing, kind of moving it in half-moon oval shapes or so. And he has that habit of where he kind of stands forward. So you can see I'm combining the two places of where I am having him yield to pressure by the face, and I'm also having the whip encourage his hindquarters. And then you can see I'm kind of the line is getting tangled, so I take a break, pick up my line, make sure we're doing all that fine. Then I back him out of my space because, as I said, I do want him to be close to me. However, if he's standing literally on top of me, that's not going to work either, so there has to be a good balance there. So there we go. I didn't hit him there. If you look, it's much more, it's very similar to what I'm doing right now. I just came closer to him, so it kind of spooked him a little bit. But you can see by his ears and his temperament level, he is in no way doing this just because of fear. It is obviously not all free will and positive reinforcement. However, it is also not abusive and all positive punishment. So there we go. We got a little bit of trot, which I was very happy about because it was not extra rushed or extra bad. So there we go. We got it again. And then he walked over there, and I was okay with him walking over there as long as he didn't stop over there. And then I asked him for trot once again in this corner to just have him do a tiny little section of it, and you can see he's really good at stretching down. And then I stop him, call him in, and then tell him good boy, give him all the treats, and then I think that is pretty much it for our lunging session. So you'll have past Maggie talk about it there, but good to see you all. Alright, so that was actually a really good lunging session. We have definitely had some not so good lunging sessions along with some good ones, but this one was, because really what I'm looking for is any type of improvement. So I'm not necessarily looking for pretty walk, trot, canter, headset in the right place and all those fun things. I am more just looking for steady movement and listening to my cues and stuff like that. And you can definitely see between the beginning and the end a huge difference. And we got two solid uninterrupted circles of walk and then one interrupted circle of trot each way, and I'm very proud of that. And he's just such a goof, and I love him so much. He's learning so quick too. This is our third session, and our first one was not very good. He's coming along. Our third one was not very good. No, our first one was not very good. Our second one was worse, and our third one was actually, that was super good. I'm very proud of him.
Beautiful. Look at that shot. Look at that pretty boy. Look at you. Look at you, pretty boy. Such a good man. Alright. I'm gonna put this away and put up this log.
What are you eating?
You're gross. But I still love you. Goof. Okay.
Alright, come on, Goof. I have to lead you with my hands. So, my phone died per usual. Buddy is here. So my phone died per usual, and then my barn closed, so I couldn't really film much more. But I did body work. I don't know how much of that you saw. I did body work, and then I let him graze for a little bit, and then I turned him out, and he's wonderful. He's now getting along. It seemed like, okay, sometimes when we've been going in, his pasture mates have been like coming up trying to like chase us out, and I was like, no. But today, there was no. Ew, what is my dog eating? Buddy, gross. He's eating dirt. Stop. No, bad, gross. But today they like greeted him happily. Do not lick my face after you ate dirt. Okay, sorry, I'm very distracted right now. And I'm very cold now, and I'm gonna go eat some good Thai food and take a shower because coronavirus. And that's all. Bye. So make sure to follow my Instagram link in the description at the Unique Equine, and I will see you very soon. Bye.